There we go. Hi, everyone. Susie McCrae here. Today is December 7th. This is our Let's Bless Our Loved Ones guest webinar. And you've been invited by someone who cares about you to hear about this business Onpassive and to learn how you can become a founder like the rest of us. Today, you're going to hear a presentation. And then afterwards, we will have the panel say a few words, and I will give you instructions to our guests about how we are going to do our Q&A so that you can get your questions answered. Remember, this is a guest webinar, and we do have a lot of people here today from around the globe, and we're so glad you're here. We have over 350 people, so welcome. So today you're in for a treat. You're going to get a presentation by Mike Ellis. Mike is here today. He has been online in business for I think at least 15 years or so. He's seen just about everything online. And what I like about Mike is he's a straight shooter. He's going to give you the facts. He's going to be very transparent like the rest of us. And he's just going to tell you like it is about Onpassive. He's very straightforward. We love his presentation. And then afterwards, I'll be back to do the Q&A. So Mike, it's all yours.
Yeah, no, thanks, Susie. And as usual, you do a great job to the lead up to the presentation. And you've already talked a lot about Onpassive, and all of it is true. Today's webinar, as Susie said, is for the new people coming in and just exploring Onpassive. So if you're new, you're in for a treat. We're going to share some things with you that will give you a way forward to actually start building wealth online. And that's why we're all here. We're here to find a way to build wealth and get out of those financial woes that all of us have been in at one time or another. And Onpassive is a unique company, very revolutionary. And what Ash and his team has done, and Ash is the CEO of Onpassive, has given us that opportunity to come in, participate with Onpassive, and get in a place where we actually start building wealth. You know, I've been with Onpassive for 2.5 years, and I've been able to see the journey of Onpassive as Ash came out with his vision and started to develop and build Onpassive, and people started coming in very early on in the process of developing Onpassive. Ash's vision just exploded. And today, the 2.5, 3-year journey that I've been on has taken me to a place where Onpassive, it's a done deal. It is done. Susie talked about Onpassive being over 200 countries today. They are. Not only that, but giving millions of people around the world the opportunity to come in, participate, and get to that place where they don't worry about wealth. So as we think about Onpassive, we have to start with Ash Mufareh. Ash Mufareh is the CEO. He is the visionary. He is the brain trust behind Onpassive. And although it's taken me 2 years to watch what's been going on and happening with Onpassive, you are in a really, really unique position because we are in the process today of launching Onpassive to the world, a worldwide global launch. That is happening right now. And although I had to wait 2.5 years, 3 years for that to happen, the individuals coming in now, your wait is going to be very, very short. And as we go into the global launch, you will make money immediately. That's how quickly this thing is happening. Now, as we think about Onpassive, Onpassive is primarily a customer-based business. And all the products of Onpassive are made in Hyderabad. And the products of Onpassive are artificial intelligence and informational technology products. And all of these products are built from the ground up. They're proprietary, they're cutting edge, and all of these products cost less than their competitors at a lower price point. And the product side of Onpassive is so important when you start to talk about the volume that Onpassive is going to be bringing in, the number of customers that Onpassive is going to be bringing in. And Onpassive is primarily a customer-based business, even though you and I have the privilege to come in, participate with Onpassive, and again, get all the benefits of Onpassive. It is primarily a customer-based business. Now, the products of Onpassive are wide-ranging, anywhere from an automated marketing platform that has all the tools we use to market online, to a educational platform, to an HR platform, human resources platform, to as simple as a webinar platform. Right now we're on Zoom. That is a communication platform that people use to communicate back and forth. Onpassive will have that. Now, all the products of Onpassive are being served today through other companies online, and customers come in because they need these products. These products are in high demand, and they come in and are using a lot of the products that Onpassive will be launching to the world right now with other companies. Not only that, but they're coming in and they are paying a monthly fee to use these products. That's really, really important for you and I to keep that in the back of the mind, because as people come in, use these products, pay a monthly fee, as Onpassive does the global launch to the world and they switch over to Onpassive, they will be paying a monthly fee, which makes our income a residual income. And it's really, really difficult to build wealth online unless you have a residual income. So as we look at the products of Onpassive, they are superior to anything that's out there. They're at a lower price point and people will flock in to use them. Why? It's just a couple of simple reasons why people will come in and use the products of Onpassive. Number one, it just makes their life easier. Number two, it makes their business easier. And number three, it makes their bottom line better. If you can use a product that you've been using for years and years and years, get one that's superior at a lower price point, saving you 30, 40, 50, 60% on that one product, people will come in and they will absolutely love it. And above and beyond that, as they come in and use the products of Onpassive, they're never going to leave, because the products of Onpassive are 5 to 10 years ahead of the competitions that is out there. And when you look at the products of Onpassive, we have no competition. That's how good Ash and his tech team in Hyderabad are. And the tech team in Hyderabad, they're about 200 strong right now. They make all the products of Onpassive, and they are brilliant. The guys and gals that are over there, what they're doing, what they have done is just remarkable. And as we look at Onpassive and the global launch of Onpassive, and I will talk about that a little bit toward the end, we know that as we go into the global launch of Onpassive, Onpassive will be a billion-dollar company. I think their value as we go into the global launch of Onpassive will be right around $3 billion. Now, that's really, really important to understand that this is something that's never been done in the history of business, in the history of the world. Onpassive will be the first company as they go into the global launch that will launch as a unicorn company, a billion-dollar company. Why is that important to you? Again, when we start talking about the volume of Onpassive, the sheer number of customers and the wealth that's going to be generated by Onpassive, Ash Mufareh has told us the wealth that's going to be coming into Onpassive, he's going to share with you and I. And it's not going to be 5% or 10% or 12%. He's going to share the majority of the wealth with you and I. And what that means is he's going to be sharing 52, 55, 60, 65% of the wealth that's coming into Onpassive. Again, unicorn company, billion-dollar company. That wealth is going to be coming into Onpassive, and the majority of that wealth is going to be shared with those individuals that are participating with Onpassive. That's you and I. And Susie earlier talked about the founder position. That's what we are. We're founding members right now, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But as we look at the sheer wealth that Onpassive is going to be bringing in, sharing it with you and I, the founding members of Onpassive, that puts us in a really unique position, again, to take care of that bottom line. So let's talk about the wealth just very, very quickly. And then I'm going to talk about what Onpassive is going to do for you specifically so that you can build that wealth. That's where it gets really, really exciting for those founding members that are in Onpassive. As we talk about the volume of Onpassive, let's talk about this Zoom that we're looking at right now. This is a webinar platform, communication platform that people use to communicate. And Zoom is the largest webinar platform online today. They're one of the big dogs. And as we look at Zoom and the amount of revenue they've done in the last 12 months, they did about $2.6 billion in revenue. That's the amount of money they made. That's the amount of money they cleared. The amount of business they did was way, way more than that, but they cleared $2.6 billion. And as we look at the webinar platform of Onpassive, it's called OConnect. And OConnect, again, is absolutely superior to what we're looking at right now. As we look at the Zoom webinar, this is really outdated technology that we're using today. And we've been using it for a little while, and we know there are a lot of hiccups to the Zoom webinar platform. That will not be the case with OConnect, and it will be unlimited. You can have as many people on a webinar as you want for the same cost. So again, it'll be superior at a lower price point. As we look at Onpassive using this particular Zoom platform, they spend about $10,000 a month to use this platform. Why do they do that? OConnect, it is done, it is ready, but it is integrated with all the other products of Onpassive. So we can't pull that product out and use it right now. We have to wait for the global launch of Onpassive. That's why we use Zoom. But as we look at OConnect, the webinar platform of Onpassive, I've talked to some technicians that have come in and become founders of Onpassive. They know the industry, they know the technology, they know the language. And they tell me very, very nonchalantly that they believe as we go into the global launch of Onpassive, they will take 90 to 90% of the market away from Zoom and all the other webinar platforms that are out there. And there are about 24 other ones that are out there. And they say this like it's just a done deal. And they get very, very excited about one product in Onpassive taking 95% of the market away from those individuals that are servicing this market today. Very, very exciting things when you think about $2.6 billion, taking 90% of that away from the people that are servicing this niche and bringing it into Onpassive. Again, this is showing you the volume that's going to be coming into Onpassive, okay? That's one product. Onpassive has over 50 products, all proprietary, all built from the ground up, all cutting edge technology, all superior at a lower price point. And many of these niches are multi-billion dollar niches. Now, if we can do this with this platform, the Zoom platform, webinar platform, what are we going to do with the other platforms? It's going to be massive. And I will talk about volume a little bit more after I talk about what Onpassive is going to be doing for you. Really, that's the important part of everything we're talking about today. As we think about Onpassive and you come into Onpassive, we go into the global launch. Onpassive is going to go to work for each and every one of us. How are they going to do that? They're going to reach into their bucket of products, the IT products of Onpassive, and they're going to start building an automated marketing platform for each and every one of us. Okay. When they do that, they're going to hook it up to AI. That makes it 100% automated. That's really, really important because as you come into any business, most people fail because they just don't have the skill sets to succeed online with those businesses. Onpassive, because they're hooking it up to AI, artificial intelligence, your business becomes 100% automated. That's a really, really big deal. It doesn't stop there. They're going to reach back into their box of tools. They're going to pull out traffic. Traffic is another product of Onpassive, and they're better than anybody I've ever seen at driving traffic. What is that? They're getting good qualified eyes in front of the products of Onpassive. As they come in, they're managing the sale. They're managing the people using the products. They're managing the whole process of people coming in and buying from Onpassive. That's a really, really big deal. Again, I don't want to have to manage 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000 or 1 million customers in my business. Onpassive is going to do all of that for us. So they're going to drive traffic, get those good qualified eyes in front of us as they come in and buy. They're going to land underneath you, a certain percentage of them. That's how we get paid. As customers land underneath you, that's how you and I get paid in Onpassive. And it's a lot like a sales individual that does commission sales with a company, does a $100 sale, makes $10, makes 10%, makes $10 on that sale. That's how it's going to work with Onpassive. But again, because of the volume, we're not talking about 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 people landing underneath you as customers. It is going to be massive. And that's when we can actually start building wealth. So Onpassive is actually going to go to work for us, build the sales platform, hook it up to AI, drive traffic, manage the customers coming in. And again, as they land underneath us, that's how we're going to get paid. So This is very, very simple, but it's revolutionary. There has never been another company that will do this for those individuals coming in and participating with Onpassive. And if you ever find another company like that, and you won't, like Susie said, I've been doing this about 15 years. I have never seen this ever, ever, ever. A company that actually cares about the individuals they're bringing in and wants to see them successful. And by the way, Onpassive will guarantee you will be successful. They don't put a dollar amount on that, but they guarantee your success. And as you learn more about Onpassive, you're going to pick your own dollar amount. And whatever a dollar amount you pick, I can tell you based off of what I'm seeing and the experience I have, whatever number you pick, it's going to be too low because Onpassive is going to outperform whatever you're thinking. So that's what Onpassive is going to be doing for us in a very simple terms. So how do we all come into Onpassive? Susie's talked about the founding membership. I've talked about it a little bit today. There is a position. It is the founding position. It is a $97 position. And what it does is it locks you into the company of Onpassive, locks you into the pay structure of Onpassive. That last part, really, really important, being locked into the pay structure of Onpassive. Now, the founding position has many benefits as people come in and become founding members. I think for me, one of the biggest benefits is the ability to share Onpassive and change people's lives. And anytime you share Onpassive and you bring another individual in and they land in your organization, it's like an additional cash register. And customers are the same way. They're additional cash registers. But as you bring in additional people, they become founding members. That cuts time frames and gets you in a position to get to that place where you reach your financial goals quicker. And the founding position will do that. The founding position will also, as we go into the global launch of Onpassive, Onpassive is going to look at that position and go, okay, they were founding members. We're going to drive traffic, more traffic through their business than we do other people. It's a really big deal. The more eyes you can get in front of your business, the quicker your business grows. And Onpassive is going to do that with the founding position. There are other benefits to the founding positions. There will be bonuses that we can receive as founding members that no one else will be able to. And there are things that Ash hasn't even shared with us yet. So the founding position has tremendous value. It's a powerful position to get you in a place where you're ready to run as Onpassive goes into the global launch and get to that place of financial independence. So what do the founders do when Onpassive goes into the global launch of Onpassive? As Onpassive goes into the global launch, all the founders will come in and there will be a subscription fee. Now, the founding membership, $97, that's a one-time fee. You'll pay it out of pocket once. You'll never have to go out of pocket again. One time, $97 one time. It's the same with the subscription fee. As we come in, we're going to have to pay a subscription fee. That subscription fee is going to be between $200 and $300. I always tell people $300, total of about $400. It is a one-time fee. You'll pay it once. You'll never have to go out of pocket again. That's about a total of $400. Once we do that, we'll go into our back office. We'll click a button. We'll become independent resellers of the IT product. Why did I tell you that? In order to be paid from Onpassive, we have to become independent resellers of the IT product. You have to go in your back office, click the button, become an independent reseller of the IT products of Onpassive, and now Onpassive can pay you. Okay, let's back up to the subscription fee. That subscription fee, it is a monthly fee, okay? So if it's $300, it's a $300 fee month after month after month. But I told you, it's a one-time fee for you. Why? Onpassive, as they go into the global launch, will start to build your business. And they guarantee you will only pay that fee once, and the preceding months will be paid from the profits we make from the commissions of those individuals, those customers landing in our organizations. Onpassive guarantees that. So as we look at the $300 and the $97, one-time payment, one time out of pocket. After that, you will never have to come out of pocket again. Now, as we come in, pay the subscription fee, we get all the IT products of Onpassive. That's really important because with those IT products, That's when Onpassive goes to work for us. They're going to build a sales platform. They're going to hook it up to AI. They're going to drive traffic through it. They're going to drive customers through it. They're going to manage all the customers coming in. And as customers come in and land in your organization, you will get paid. So that's how the whole process is going to work. It's very, very easy. This is not a difficult process to understand. And the management of this process is done by Onpassive. Probably the biggest thing you're going to have to do is manage the money coming into your back office and making sure you take it out on a regular basis. So this is the company of Onpassive. I really want to talk about the volume just a little bit more so you understand all the things that Onpassive is doing for us, and then the sheer volume that's going to be coming into Onpassive. And I want to talk about 4 products of Onpassive, and those 4 products are OConnect, which is the webinar service. I want to talk about Ocademy, which is the educational platform. I want to talk about OStaff, which is the human resources platform that they'll have. And I want to talk about the traffic product that they'll have. If we look at those 4 niches and the total revenue that comes into all the companies that are servicing those niches today, it's about $483 billion. They are massive, massive niches. Now, if Onpassive comes in and only takes 10% of all of those niches the first year, they would bring in $48 billion. Now, we already know, and I believe, that they're going to take 90 to 95% of the webinar niche, the online webinar niche. So might they take more than 10% off of those 4 niches? They might. They might take 12, 15, 20% of that. And obviously, as they take more of that market share, the amount of revenue coming in increases exponentially. And as that revenue increases exponentially, what does it do for you and I? Yeah. Onpassive is going to share the majority of the wealth with you and I, those individuals participating with Onpassive. And they're doing all the work. This is truly revolutionary. It's unique. It's absolutely awesome. And we are so close to the global launch of Onpassive. Those individuals that are coming in now, the time frame between you coming in now, the global launch, and actually starting to make money is a lot less than 2.5 years. In fact, I believe it's only weeks away. So we are in a unique position, all of us, and the new people even more so, of coming in and taking advantage of everything that Onpassive is going to be doing very, very quickly. Now, as we talk about coming into Onpassive, and Susie talked about this a little bit too, and then I'm going to hand it over to Charles, and he can go over it a little bit. You have to get back with the individual that invited you to this webinar. The only way to come into Onpassive is by invitation only. And they will send you a registration link. And the process is very, very simple. I'll let Charles go over that. But this is one of those this is one of those points in time when you actually have a way forward to take care of your financial woes. And we've all had those at one time or another, and some of us still have them. Onpassive, I've never seen this happen before, online, offline, and I've been in business for 30 years. I've never seen anything like it. And Ash has a heart to serve. He wants you to be able to come in. He wants you to be able to take advantage of Onpassive, and he wants you to succeed, i.e. sharing the wealth with all of us. So come on in, become a founding member, pay the $97, and then continue to explore Onpassive. There are a lot of moving parts in Onpassive. And as you come in and continue to explore, you're going to find that, it just gets better. Every time you learn something new about Onpassive, it just gets better. And I'll end with one thing. Susie talked about it early on. We're very, very close to the launch of Onpassive. Ash Muffar is coming on in 2 days, Thursday, to give us an update of where we are in that process. You don't want to miss that. Every time Ash comes on, it's extremely exciting because we know what's going to be happening to us. So again, come on in, pay the $97. And then next Thursday, be on that webinar because it's only for founders. If you're not a founder, you can't get in on it. So come on in, pay the $97, and then get ready because your life is going to change. Charles, you can kind of tell them how they come in, and it's a pretty easy process. And then add anything that I might have missed, Charles. So go ahead.
Oh, thank you very much, Mike. Amazing, amazing job. Honestly, you did not miss anything. Okay. I mean, if I was new and I was listening to this for the very first time, and after your presentation, as a matter of fact, in the middle of the presentation, I would have registered. Okay. So, but of course, I know a lot of people are sitting out there thinking, oh, is this too good to be true? Haven't I done something similar? And all of a sudden, I try to log in and they say, well, site is not available. Okay. So I know that's going through your mind because I've been there, done that. And let me tell you why this is different, period. Okay. One single word that Mike used called traffic. Okay. And when we say traffic, we're not talking about cars and motorcycles blowing horns all over the place. We're talking about eyeballs. We're talking about customers. We're talking about people that need your products, looking at your products. That is what we call traffic. And that is the biggest difference between Onpassive and any other company you're going to find out there. And here are 3 things you need to look for. Okay, if you want to know you're in a good opportunity. And I'm going to tell you, there's no company that I know in my 30 plus years of experience in business, online and offline. There is no company that I know has all 3 of these things. And that is why we are also excited. Okay, number 1, do you have to recruit and or sell to make money? At Onpassive, you don't. You don't have to. Number 2, do you have to come out of pocket every month to pay a monthly bill? At Onpassive, the answer is no, a resounding no. And number 3, last but not least, does the company have legitimate, viable products? By legitimate, I mean legal. By viable, I mean necessary. Something that mankind, you and I, we need on a daily basis. If we don't have it, life is miserable. Think about your cell phone. Think about Wi-Fi, internet service. All those companies that go out of business, guess what? They don't have viable services. When a company has all these 3 things, believe me, any one of us on this panel, if you can find one of those, we will be glad to be your first customers. Believe me. So that is value. This is the value that Onpassive has to bring to you. Legitimate, viable digital services like no other company in this day and age. Now, Mike did an excellent presentation and he wants me to tell you how to get into the business, how to become a founder. Fortunately for you today, it is going to cost you $97. Just like those of us who came 3 years ago. But I can guarantee you, within the next week or 2, okay, that price is going to disappear. Those coming in will have to pay higher. And secondly, they are not going to be called founders. They will be something else. So you have this unique opportunity. All you've got to do, get back to whoever invited you to this webinar today. Tell them you're interested. You want to be part of this revolution. And they will send you a link. Email, WhatsApp, however you prefer it. Once you click on that link, you're going to fill out very simple information. It's going to take you less than 3 minutes. Okay? Just your name, first name, last name, password, email address, and that's it. They're going to send you a verification email to that email address you just used. You go in there, click on it, okay? And then it's going to open up a payment page. And that payment, like we say, is still $97. You can pay using credit card. You can pay using cryptocurrency. You can pay with Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Dash, okay? Bitcoin Cash, any of those. Now, Once you make that payment, guess what's going to happen? You're going to take you straight into your virtual office, your back office. However, you won't be able to access anything unless you sign what we call a non-disclosure agreement, an NDA. And that NDA is for your protection, guidelines, how to behave with the company, okay? Once you sign that NDA, to the right, you'll see a little button that says upload with an arrow pointing up. Click on that arrow, and that's it, okay? And then accept. You are officially a founder of Onpassive. Now, you don't have to do nothing until we launch to the public, okay? And then, like Mike said, you're gonna come up with one time between $200 to $300 and get your package activated, get your business built for you. And you can sit down, relax, enjoy the ride, and money in your bank account day in, day out. How good is that? Doesn't get any better. Back to you, Susie.
Doesn't get any better than that. Thank you, Charles. That's right. And thank you, Mike. You always are, like I said, a straight shooter dealing with the facts. So those of you who are guests here today, you have an opportunity to ask the panel a question. How's the panel want to do it today? Do you want me to bring people on? You want to use the chat? What do you think?
We can bring them on, but they have to be guest folks, please. This is for our guests, right? We just had a long meeting yesterday for founders. Today is for guests. We can bring them on so they can feel welcome from day one.
Okay. So I'm going to run through the options. We'll also use the chat as well. If it gets too cluttered, then we can turn it off. If you are a guest today, you have the opportunity to ask a question. And there's two different ways we can do it. If you look on your Zoom, there's a way you can raise your hand and I can see your hand raised. What I will do is I will bring you onto the panel. Your screen is going to change and you have to accept to be on the panel or decline. Once you accept, you're going to come on. You're going to be right on here with us. I'll ask you to unmute yourself. If you want to turn on your video, great. You'll be able to ask your question, okay? If you're shy and you'd rather just type it in the chat, I'm going to rely on the panel here to help me to look for any questions in the chat. From guests, we do have founders here today, and we understand, founders, that you may have some questions. But today is not the day for that. Today is for our guests. If you have any pressing questions, you can get back to your sponsor or to anybody in the Leadership Council. Today is about our guests. So right now, I'm going to start bringing some people on. And in the meantime, I'd like to introduce the panel here. We have Andy Burks from the UK. Andy, if you'd like to add a few things. Andy's always very good with numbers, and he always gives us things to think about. So Andy, if you'd like to share a little insight, that would be great.
Hi guys, great presentation again, Mike. Okay, numbers are very interesting for me. I've been a financial advisor for 35 years, but no more. I have found Onpassive. I understand how Onpassive works, and it excites the hell out of me. So let me give you an example, and this is just a very conservative assumption. Okay, so I'm going to say that you're going to get your 3 customers in a matter of days, and that's going to happen. We're going to see this massive influx of customers in a very short period of time. But after that, I'm going to say that it's going to take 3 months to provide you and those 3 customers with customers. Yeah, and so on. So another 3 months, another 3 months. So it's going to go you plus your 3, that's 4. 4 times 3 is 12, plus your 4, 16. 16 times 3, 48, plus your 16, 64. 64 times 3, 192, plus your 64, 256. So you'd have 256 customers in your group at the end of the first year. Now, what is really exciting about this is, and you can see the excitement on the panel here. And it excites the hell out of me. But if I find 9 others, just 9 others to share this opportunity with, I can multiply those figures by 10. So what does that do for my income at the end of the first year? It multiplies my income by 10. So we'd have 2,560 customers at the end of the first year. Now we have a potential customer base of 4.76 billion today. Now I say today because as we bring out more products, the market expands. You can have another 4.75 billion and another 4, and so on. Every time a new opportunity or something that Onpassive will create, it creates a bigger market. So today we've got a marketplace of over 4.5 billion. And in our first year, we anticipate taking on over 100 million customers. That makes us in the top 1% of the company, folks. The top 1%, get that in your head. So if you were in the top 1% of Microsoft or Amazon, just think what your bottom line, as Mike put it, would be like today. Fabulous. Hope that helps, guys.
Yes, always like hearing those numbers. You know, one of the things I love about Onpassive, and I tell this to everybody, you know, my whole life I've been in technology support, customer service, and all of that. And how wonderful it is that Onpassive is going to take care of all of our customers for us. We don't have to be troubleshooting anything. We don't have to do any of that. I mean, this is brilliant what our CEO has done. And whether you understand everything about online business or what Mike was saying, or even Charles was saying, that's okay, because our CEO understands and has built Onpassive. No matter what experience you have online or not, it doesn't matter. He has built it for each of us to be successful. And you will see once you become a founder and join our community, we are all here. We do not leave anyone behind. We help people learn a few things so they know how to navigate the back office. And we are all here together, and our CEO is with us, having frequent webinars, like Mike said, private webinars with us as we continue on to this launching process. And it's just very, very exciting. So before we get to another panelist to speak, we do have someone. Chris, you are on the panel. If you could unmute yourself and ask your question. Chris Opira, O-P-I-R-A. If you could go down to the microphone and unmute yourself to ask the question. Okay, hi, Chris.
Hi, thank you so much.
Are you are you a founder or are you a guest?
Yes, I am a founder.
Okay, this today is for guests only. Okay, so we're going to put you back into as an attendee. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so if you do have a question today and you are a guest, you can raise your hand and we'll bring you on the panel. Or if you want to type one in the chat. We're going to get to another panelist now. In the meantime, I will be typing in the chat. If you want a copy of today's recording, you can send an email to onpassivenation@gmail.com. I'm going to type that in there. But next, okay, we're going to go boy, girl, boy. So we're going to do Marina Favit is with us. Marina is from South Africa, and she has done tremendous work as a leader on the Leadership Council, helping to support not just the founders where she is, but across the globe. She knows this business inside and out, and she's always has some great insight and excitement to share. So Marina, if you'd like to say a few words.
And hello Africa, hello world, in case I missed you earlier. Yeah, this is really a phenomenal opportunity. Our CEO could have been the richest man in the world, one of the richest, if not the richest, I'm sure of it. And he decided, instead of doing that, why not share the wealth with us as founders? And that is what makes, well, there's so many things that makes Onpassive different and unique. that you can't help but want to be part of this organization that is a unicorn company. We are worth already 5.5 billion US dollars, and within our first year of launching, we'll be valued at an estimate of about 12 billion US dollars. So that is just figures that I can't even comprehend, and it's going to be shared amongst us as founders. And the lovely part is that our CEO has a heart for humanity, and he wants to, like Andy always mentions, wants to create 1 million Mother Teresa's. Now, we've already got 1 million founding members or founding member accounts, because you can have multiple accounts if you want to. If you can afford it, why not? Because every account you have is another stream of income, which is all done for you. There is going to be abundance and excess. Those are the words that our CEO, Ash Mafara, uses. And once our tank is full, once we've sorted out our debts and we have paid off our house and bought the house and the car of our dreams and gone on the exotic vacations, there's only so much of that you can do. Bought all the toys that you want, you're going to be able to help those in need. And now we don't even worry about talking about what we're going to make and what are we going to earn. It's passive income and all done for you. So we know that that's a done deal. It's a wealth creation for generations to come. So that's that. Put that aside. What next? What are you going to do? And if you are a founder in Onpassive, we know that you have got a heart to help those in need. You start off with your family, your friends, your neighborhood, your community, your country, and you can expand. Whatever it is that you've always wanted and seen a need out there, you will be able to help them. And not just help by giving them a meal once every now and then. You'll really be able to make a difference in these people's lives. And that is what we discuss now, is what are we going to do? And people are coming together, masterminding over that. And it's just really, really exciting. So we can't wait for that. And we've also got Bless, which is like a crowdfunding platform. But the lovely part is that we don't take, well, Onpassive does not take even 1 cent. Whatever we donate to the Great Cause Idea Charity Foundation, they will get 100% of that donation. So that is just another cherry on the cake, where you'll be able to get all those eyes of the Onpassive founders and customers coming in to Onpassive to see what you have and contribute to your cause. So, well, there's just so much that we can discuss. We could go on for, we go on for hours. We've had webinars of 7 hours long discussing things about Onpassive. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. And hopefully speaking to someone who really wants to make a difference out there, this is your opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marina, for your insight. Yes, I love the fact of what Ash says, that for us to fill our tanks first, take care of what we need to, and then all of us founders are excited about giving back to our communities, to things that have a special interest to us. You know, like I was saying before, and Mike was saying, I've never seen anything like this, and nor will you in your lifetime. It's just a tremendous opportunity for all of you. Now, we do have someone on. It's Ganiyu, Ganiyu, Ganiyu Belogan. If you would like to unmute yourself. Also, I noticed in the chat, a person named Jesse, I tried getting you on the panel. You said that you got booted out. So now I've brought you back in.
I've tried to message Jessie. I just realized I was actually messaging her directly, and it says she's no longer on the panel or on the meeting.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Good evening.
Oh, hi there.
Oh,
Hi.
maybe
Well,
she is. Maybe that was just
no,
the
this is
panel.
someone.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is someone else. Are you a founder or a guest?
I'm supposed to be a guest. I've just been introduced by a friend.
Oh, wonderful. Well, welcome. Do you have a question?
Thank you very much. Yes, I'm from Nigeria. And
Welcome.
to be a founder has been mentioned earlier. The conversion of currency. How do we pay using our currency into the account to be sent to us? I would like to be a founder, so I wish to know further
Okay,
from Nigeria, whether they are members. Yeah.
yep. Okay, thank you for your question. I think
Thank you very much.
Charles is going to answer it for you.
Okay, got
Thank
you.
you.
So once you register, we say it's $97 plus a
Yes.
$5 fee. So it brings it up to $102, right? So what will happen is whatever the exchange is between the Nigerian dollars, right? The Naira, okay, I said Nigerian dollars, between the Naira and the dollars, I'm not sure if it's 500 to 1 at this point, but the exchange fluctuates, right? So
Yes,
look at
you're
that
right.
exchange. That's what you're gonna pay in Naira. So now we also understand that a lot of these Nigerian banks, they are limiting how much you can spend, like the credit cards or debit card, right? So
Yes.
what people do, they get a domiciliary account. Okay. Are you familiar with that?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. So you get a domiciliary account and you won't have that limit. You will be able to pay that equivalent of $102.
It's all right.
Make sense?
So
Okay, yeah.
that's all right. It makes sense.
Okay.
Hope there will not be time limit on which I do this.
Well,
Hope-
here's the deal. If you listen to Mike when he presented, he said that the founding position is coming to an end very, very soon because we've started the process of the launch. The launching process has begun, right? And we're doing beta testing. In a few days, we will stop taking founders and the price will go up. So instead of $97, it's going to be higher than $97. So we don't know exactly when. All we can tell you is the earlier or the sooner you can do it, the better for you.
That's all right. I will get in touch with my bankers tomorrow, so I can continue. I can make the process for the domiciliary account,
okay,
where I can deposit the cash and probably send the thing as the registration continues.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. That's the smartest move today of anyone. This gentleman here gets it and is jumping on board. You're going to remember this day. Trust me. So congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I praise so. I praise so.
Yes.
Thank you. Like one of the speakers said, we expect it to be a change.
Say that again.
I think he kind of faded out. Okay. Yeah, something happened with his connection. Yeah, we're having trouble hearing you. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to go to Jesse next. Welcome, Jesse. If you could unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hi. Do you have
Hi
a
there.
question? Do you have a question?
Yes, I do. The registration fee is paid only in USD, or can it be paid in any other currency?
Okay, so it's only indicated in USD. It's not paid only in USD, right? So if you're in Europe, for example, you can pay the equivalence in euros, which is going to be a little bit less than the $97. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yes, I have someone in India trying to register, and they have been struggling to make the payment from 5 days. It keeps saying the payment's denied. It's like, I don't know, they cannot pay with Indian currency. The Indian credit card, it's not accepting it.
Well, I think we do have a lot of Indian founders. As a matter of fact, the majority of our founders are Indians. They probably have a way that they go around it there, which I'm not very aware of.
Okay, so how can I tell this person?
Are you,
And I say anyone I can
are
connect
you a
them
founder?
with.
Are you a
Yes,
founder?
I am a founder, but I have someone who's
Okay, so
registering
if you are a
everywhere.
founder, you shouldn't know of Niraj and Mukund and all the other Indian leaders, don't you?
I don't really know anyone from India. I don't know.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Where do you
if you say
live?
anyone,
Oh, you live in the US?
I live in US, but I
Okay.
have one of my family member in India. They're trying to join, but they have been trying to pay. It keeps declining the credit card. It says payment unaccepted. Payments declined. So it's not the problem. It's not with the bank. So I told them to check with the bank. It's not their bank. So I don't know what.
I think the best thing to
tell
do would be to connect with one of the Indian leaders. That would be the best
Okay.
thing to do. And we do have a
Uh,
bunch of them.
Okay, can you give me
I- do-
someone's email, anyone's contact info so I can pass it on?
Okay, so you send an email to charlesosong@gmail.com and I will hook you up with one of the Indian leaders, okay?
Okay, thank you.
So first name, last name @gmail.com.
Okay, all right, thank you. That's
Okay.
No problem.
That's my question.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, next we have Stephen, if you could unmute yourself.
Yeah, thank
Hi,
you.
Stephen, are you a guest today?
I'm a founder.
Okay, today is for guest only, our questions, okay?
I know that one. I sent an email to Charles sometimes, and he asked me to be at the webinar on Monday, but unfortunately I wasn't around.
Okay, so we're gonna have to address that question at another time, okay? Because today is for our guests only.
All right, thank you, Susan.
Okay, thank
We
you.
have another founders only webinar on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Where are you calling from?
USA, yeah.
Okay, so 8 p.m.
2
Eastern
p.m.
Standard
You have
Time.
my email. You have my mail. I'm
Oh, no,
Stephen.
no, the one with Robin.
Oh, okay.
Because he wants to ask me a question.
Oh,
So I'm
okay,
telling
gotcha.
him, right, is the one with Robin. It's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday.
Okay, thank you,
On
Charles.
the 2 p.m. webinar, he won't be able to ask me any
Oh,
questions.
yeah, I know.
So
got you.
come Thursday evening, okay? Thursday night.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, that'll be posted in the back office, okay, so that you can attend.
Thank you, Susan.
Okay,
right.
thank you. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Charles. I was getting a little like, wait a minute. Does he have the- Then you're right.
It's like,
yeah.
what is Charles talking about, right?
Like, what are you talking about? Okay, so a few people, one more person I'm going to try bringing on. In the meantime, we have another panelist I'd like to introduce. We have Dan Street here today. Dan has been involved in different online businesses for about 15 years or so. And he always has some great insight into Onpassive and the opportunity. So if you want to share a few things, Dan, that would be great.
Well, thanks, Susie. And I think with Mike and Charles and Andy and Marina, we've pretty much covered everything. Everybody's got a really good appreciation of what Onpassive is all about. And I think the only thing I'll add today is the fact that there is a sense of urgency. There's a sense of urgency to become a founder if you're interested in becoming a founder. And the information is here. And this company is a real company with real people, real traffic, as Charles was talking about. And we are going to disrupt a lot of those businesses that are out there, as Mike was talking about. We're going to disrupt them and maybe even put some of them out of business. So it's an amazing time to take a look at this opportunity. And I've been in it for 2.5 years, just like Mike. And we have been helping people understand this business. And we wouldn't be doing that if we didn't believe in the progress and the evolution of this company and Ash Mufarah's vision. And we have just, it's beyond our wildest dreams what he has come up with and where we're going with this company. So you've got a company that's going to build your business for you. They're going to drive targeted traffic to your site and build your business for you, whether you choose to be an active participant or whether you choose to be passive. And you're going to do that by becoming a founder and then activating a subscription one time, and that's it. And they will build your business for you, and the AI software will take over. They'll close the sales for you. They'll bring in the customers. They'll answer all their questions for you. So it's a surreal experience. It's unbelievable to think that there's a company out there that is going to provide this type of automation for us. So jump on board, $97, and you won't regret it. We don't even know all the benefits that we as founders are going to receive. So that's all I have, other than the fact that we have developed relationships with people all over the world. We're in 215 countries right now. And it's so fun to nurture those relationships with people all over the world, and then watch them all become leaders in Onpassive. So that's what I have for today, Susie, and
Okay. Yeah.
take it away.
Okay, thank you so much, Dan. We do have a question in the chat from Natasha. Is there a way we can see a demo of how the program will work? If someone wants to comment on that?
Yeah, just very quickly, Susie. I just gave that to you. I told you how the whole program was going to work. If you need a copy of this webinar to review it again, Susie put the address in here. It's onpassivenation@gmail.com. We'll send you a copy of the webinar. But that's pretty much what we were doing today, showing you how Onpassive is going to work for you. That's the presentation we just gave you. So if you didn't quite get it all, get this webinar from onpassivenation@gmail.com. Review it a couple times, and that light will go off. So hopefully that helped.
The only other suggestion I would make is go to onpassive.com, and you will see all the products that we have available. You'll see all the information you're going to need for about Onpassive and each one of the products that we have. And if you scroll down, there's an FAQ for each one of those products, and you'll get detailed information about those products.
Okay, thank you.
I see Dida Nisha has a question. I don't think you covered it.
Okay.
She said, hello everyone. Does Onpassive, accessible here in South Africa, Pretoria, once I register, what package will I be receiving? Please explain. It's not right now, you're just purchasing or securing your position as a founding member for $97. South African Rand, you're looking at about 1,600 Rand. And then once we launch, after the beta testing is done, we will officially launch to the public. And that can happen any day now as well, because we're in beta testing already. And then we pay a one-time fee of between $200 and $300 and you never ever have to go into your pocket again. Dida, I am in South Africa. I'm in Lone Hill, which is not too far from Pretoria, but you're welcome to contact me. I will give you my details. Firstly, whoever got invited you to this meeting, then I would suggest you get to them, and they can maybe get my number to you as well.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Marina. I think this is the last hand up we have. I've brought other people on, but they've declined, and the hands are still up, but that's okay.
And God's gift forever, they're founders, Susie.
Okay, you know them?
I do. I remember them too.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. I absolutely love her. They're founders.
I remember.
Okay, thank you. Okay, God's gift. I'm gonna put you.
Just one question, please.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Let her answer. Let her ask. I can't say no to her, Susie.
You said that the founders' question time is 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
On Thursday.
Yeah, that's 2 a.m. Nigerian, and I have exams the following day.
Okay, so we had one yesterday because of Nigeria, because of Africa and Europe, and that was 2 p.m. Eastern. So you missed that one, okay? So you're gonna have to come again next Monday. We have it every Monday at 8 p.m. Nigerian time.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay,
so,
sir.
All right. So yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
No problem.
You're welcome.
Okay. So I think
I
that,
want to say something in relation to, I think it was Natasha that asked a question about if they can get how this program run. And I just want to say this, okay? If you become a founder today, you'll get a lot more information, right? Okay, and that $97 is refundable. You have 30 days. You don't like what you see or what you hear, you can get your money back. And this is one of my famous quotes from Richard Branson, right? Okay, one of the richest guys on planet Earth. If someone offers you an amazing opportunity that you don't understand it, say yes, and then go learn about it later. This is an amazing opportunity. It is more than amazing. Why? Because your money is refundable. Okay, I've been in so many different opportunities. It costed so much more money, and that was non-refundable. Okay, this is less, and it is refundable. And the moment you become a founder, you are gonna be wowed by what you're gonna see and what you're gonna hear beginning from this Thursday with our very own CEO at 2 p.m. Eastern, okay? I just wanted to put that out there. Back to you, Susie.
okay. Thank you so much, Charles. Someone had asked about God's gifts, if she can email somebody her questions and not have to wait a week, but not sure how you want to handle that, Charles. If you want her to email you. Or I
Well,
can-
yeah, if it's pressing, if it's urgent, right? You don't have to wait 1 week. You can email it to me, okay? And you certainly will have your answers.
Yeah, Charles
My
Osung.
email, yeah, charlesosong@gmail.com. I do get a lot of emails though, so it takes me a while to go through them. So if I don't see it, send it again. If you don't read from me between, say, now and 3 days time, if you email me, okay?
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to wrap things up. Thank you, everyone, for coming today. If you want a copy of today's presentation, you can send an email to onpassivenation@gmail.com. If you have questions that we have not been able to answer, get back to the person who invited you. And we can't encourage you enough. Jump on board. You'll have access to more information than we can really give to you all in one day. Do due diligence, look and educate yourself on Onpassive, ask the questions. You get in today, you can be part of our private founders webinar on Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern time with our CEO. And then in the evening at 8 p.m. Eastern, you'll be able to go on our founders only and ask any questions or have discussions that you would like. Also keep in mind, if you're watching this today and you want to invite somebody because you've caught the vision and now you become a founder and you want them to learn about it, we do these presentations every Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern, and every Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern time, where you can just invite people and let us help explain it to them. So thank you, everybody. Thank you to
Hey,
all.
Susie, can I interject one more thing here? Okay, it seems to me like we had a few people today, new guests today, that are actually going to register. And my advice to each of you is, once you register and sign your NDA and pay and sign your NDA, and you get your email from Onpassive, O-Founders, keep it, record it, get a copy of your password. Make sure you have all the login information for not only your email, but for Onpassive as well, because you're going to need it, because it's getting close and you're going to need all this pertinent information to keep advancing forward. Okay. So it's very, very important that you keep a record of all of that.
Right.
Excellent. Great point, Dan. I think we should mention that in every webinar. That is so important, because I think the majority of the questions we get, especially from people back in Africa, because a lot of them use their phones and they tend to think that their email is on their phone, right? So when they lose their phones, they are dead in the water. So they need to keep that stuff. Yeah. Thanks for that.
But anyway, thank you, everybody. Thank you to the panel. Thank you to the founders in the chat helping the guests. And thank you, guests. Get back to the person who invited you. They will help you jump on board. So have a great rest of the day, everyone.
And if you are a founder, remember, we are going to meet at the very top where our ears are going to pop.
Ah, you
All
got
right.
it. Okay.